All right, today we're going to tackle one of the most useful tenses in English, the present continuous. And look, you probably think you've got this one down, but I promise it's way more powerful and surprising than you realize. So let's just dive right in.
So first things first, let me ask you a question. Right now, this very second, what are you doing? Think about it for a sec. What's your answer? Okay, so if your answer was something like, I'm watching this, or maybe I'm learning about grammar, then guess what? You just used the present continuous tense. See, you're already doing it.
Okay, so let's start right there with that foundation. Using this tense for what's happening, well, now.
This is the one you probably learned first, right? The classic. It's for actions happening at the precise moment you're talking. You'll often see signal words with this. Words like now, right now, or at the moment.
It's super simple. Like you could look out your window and say, the sun is shining now. It's direct, it's simple, and it's happening at this exact moment. But, and this is the cool part, this tense is so much more than just now. We're about to add 4 more kind of surprising uses to your toolkit. This is where it gets really powerful.
So we're going to look at how we use it for temporary situations, for those annoying, repeated actions, the ones, plus how to describe things that are changing, and even, wait for it, the future. Yeah, for real. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, temporary situations. So this is for stuff that's happening around now, but not necessarily like right this second. Think about a big project you're working on this month, or maybe a book that you're in the middle of reading.
Here's a perfect example. Susie is studying at university. Now, chances are she's not sitting in a lecture at this exact moment. She might be sleeping or grabbing a coffee, but studying at university, that's her temporary, ongoing reality right now.
Okay, next up, we've got repeated actions. And this one often comes with a bit of emotion, usually some kind of annoyance. When something just keeps happening over and over. We use the present continuous with words like always or constantly to really hammer that point home.
So when someone says, it's always raining in London, they don't literally mean it never ever stops. What they're really saying is that it feels like it rains way too often and it's kind of frustrating. You can almost hear the sigh in that sentence, can't you?
All right, moving on. We can also use this tense to talk about change, trends, or things that are in a process of developing. It's perfect for describing something that's slowly getting bigger, or smaller, or better, or worse.
A really great example is his health is improving. See, this isn't something that happens in a flash. It's a gradual process, something happening over time. You're describing that positive trend, and the present continuous just captures that feeling of in progress perfectly.
And now for the big one, the use that trips up a lot of people, talking about the future. Hold on though, this isn't for just guessing what might happen. This is for definite, solid plans and arrangements that you've already made. Seriously, think of it as something that's already written in your calendar.
This is super common in everyday conversation. You can ask a friend, "What are you doing this evening?" to find out their plans. Or you can talk about your own fixed arrangements, like, "I'm getting the train at 4 o'clock," or "We're visiting grandma next week." The plan is locked in, so you use the present continuous. So cool, right?
Okay, deep breath. We now know when to use it, which is the hard part. So let's quickly break down how to build it. This is like the blueprint for getting your sentences perfect every single time.
And the good news is, the structure is super simple, really. For a positive sentence, all you need is the verb to be, am, is, or are, and then you tack ing onto the end of your main verb. That's it. To make it negative, just slide the word not right after the be verb. And of course, in conversation, we'll usually smush is not into isn't and are not into aren't.
All right, we've got positive and negative statements down. So let's make this useful and turn our knowledge into an actual conversation by asking some questions.
Again, the rules here are really straightforward, which is great. If you want to ask a simple yes or no question, you just flip the subject and the be verb. So instead of you are walking, you ask, are you walking? Easy. And if you need more information, just pop a question word like where, what, or when right at the very beginning. Where are you walking? See? It's that simple.
So, if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. The present continuous is way, way more than just talking about right now. It's your secret weapon for talking about temporary situations, ongoing changes, and, yep, even your solid, locked-in future plans. Which, brings me to my final question for you. Now that you know how to use this tense for definite arrangements, what are you doing next? Next time you make a plan with someone, try using it.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to this explainer.